Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Videos. I'm just so inspired every time we hear the incredible introduction of Sean Callaghan, Unblinded, and the formula that we are all here to experience. Would you say, Bella?
Absolutely. So
yes.
who do we got?
Let's see. We have some incredible contestants and judges here today. Let's kick it off with Will Butler. Will is legally blind since the age of 19. He has written and produced numerous stories about adapting to vision loss. He's a writer, a producer, and a podcast host from California. And he is also the vice president of Be My Eyes, a global community of visually impaired users, volunteers, and partner companies. Welcome, Will. It's such an honor to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is exciting.
Hey, Will, thanks so much for being here. We're having some technical challenges, so my apologies for that. But yes, happy Thankful Thursday, sir.
Happy Thursday indeed. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and how about a fun fact?
Fun fact? Let's see. I used to play the bells in a tower at UC Berkeley that are these massive carillon bells that are like thousands of pounds, and you play them with this massive lever-based organ, and they can be heard for 10-20 miles around.
Well, that's fun. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is incredible.
So thanks so much for being here today. And let's meet this other awesome person, Gina.
Yes. Our second contestant is Kelly Gormley Soto, with over 22 years experience in both sales and strategic relationship management. Kelly owns her own financial practice with Northwestern Mutual. She also founded the I Deserve Project, teaching amazing humans how to go from grit to grace, all while creating the life they truly deserve. She's also a motivational speaker, creator, and facilitator of mindfulness and empowerment experiences. So glad to have you here, Kelly. Welcome.
Kelly, welcome to the party. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell us a fun fact that relates to your awesomeness.
I ran the New York City Marathon in 2019 and was scheduled for 2020. So although I walked it, it was still an amazing experience and something I had a vision for a long time. So.
Well, congratulations on that beautiful, beautiful thing. And how do you relate your speaking to your financial work? How does that all fit together?
It's interesting. I have 22 years investment experience, totally on the other side, where I sold to financial advisors and home offices, stepped out of the business, realized that I had a story to tell, went on to build I Deserve Project, and then stepped back in the business on the whole other side. And now I share my life coaching strategies as well as financial advice. And I'm combining my passion of helping and serving others with my experience in financial. So my passion and my professional has all become one. So yeah, I'm thrilled about that.
Extraordinary. So leveraging your time, living your passion is what is present.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Gina, we got some judges for these fine folks.
Hey, Sean, do you mean to have your camera lens closed?
I do not. So
okay.
forgive me.
Thank you, Bella.
Okay. Now we can see you.
There we go. All right. First judge we have today is Heather O'Brien, a real estate investor, hotel owner, and founder of Lifestyle Workweek. She has traveled to 74 countries while building her business, and her specialty is scaling and automating front and back end marketing. And Heather is passionate about scaling businesses and creating marketing automation. Welcome, Heather.
Thanks for having me.
Heather, thank you for being here. 74 countries. That's like not nothing. What countries haven't you been to yet?
The Philippines, I was just talking about that with Vince today. I haven't been to the Philippines. Sri Lanka, I mean, there's a list. I have never been to the continent of Africa.
Really?
Yes.
74 countries and no Africa.
Well, where would I go first?
Yeah, where would you want to go next? Yep.
I'd probably want to go in Africa, probably to South Africa, because I have a couple employees down there that I've never met in person and I just want to hug them. And then I would go, I hear I need to go on a wildebeest migration safari because you get to see hundreds of thousands of wildebeest go across the plains and like lots of lions and hippos, like all the things I want to see. So that's I need to go on a safari to Africa.
And is that like the Great Migration you're referring to, Heather?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome. And how about, so a fun fact would be your 74 countries, I'm sure, your desire to go see the Great Migration. Any other cool fun fact that you could drop on us?
Well, I was trying to think about this and I just wrote it down. So I was a guest at a hotel where I met my husband and now we own that hotel. So it's kind of fun.
Wow.
That's extraordinary.
Where's that hotel, Heather?
In Vieques, Puerto Rico.
Vieques, beautiful.
Oh.
Debra, can I share my fun fact?
Please.
I was on my way to Vieques and we were in massive rolling waves, and I scuba dive, I've gone with sharks or whatever, and a very large, looked like a large reef shark, which is not like the scariest thing in the world, but started circling the boat. And the captain said, I think we're going to turn around. So I never made it to Vieques. I did make it to Culebra, but it was like a circling shark, massive waves about to sink the boat. We got about like half a mile offshore from mainland Puerto Rico until we turned around. So congratulations on living your extraordinary life.
Well, come down and visit since you didn't make it the first time. You can always fly.
Well, we'd love to. So thank you, Heather, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
That's amazing. Can we like have her website put in the chat so maybe we can all go there?
Yes.
That would be extraordinary, Heather. Please. Yes. Absolutely. Actually, yes.
What do we got?
We got next Debra Allen. She is a health insurance agent with Kemper Health, fulfilling her dream to help people with affordable health insurance. She's living her dream life of being in sales and having freedom after being in corporate America for 39 years as a paralegal. Welcome, Debra.
Thank you.
Debra, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for being here. And what is your fun fact, Debra?
I swam with sharks in South Africa.
Ooh.
And that's where Heather wants to go. Like,
yes.
That is so cool.
Oh.
Yeah, what kinds of sharks?
Nurse sharks.
Beautiful. That is a fantastic fun fact. I was hoping It wasn't like a sea and land safari, which they advertise in South Africa, where you go like hang out with the lions and then you go hang out with the great whites, like nurse sharks swimming. Yes. Great white swimming. No. So yeah, that would be like the checklist. So awesome job, Debra, and really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Yes. So we have Heather, we have Debra as judges, and who is our final judge?
Our final, Jesse Eisenberg, Jesse David Eisenberg. He started his firm straight out of law school in 2013. He's a business litigation attorney and counsel to the real estate firm Gaines and Fischler. Jesse is also on the board of the Richmond County Bar Association and the administrator of the Richmond County Bar Association's Volunteer Lawyers Project. Welcome, Jesse.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. And so what's your fun fact?
My fun fact is I don't know about one of the few, but I'm a rare case, I would say, of having a successful long distance relationship. When I was in law school in California, I met my wife at a party. She was from New York. And a few months later, I literally sold everything I had to go join her in New York.
Wow.
That is awesome. Awesome. And what type of law do you practice, Jesse?
I'm a business litigator.
Nice. And what is your, sort of favorite, like ideal avatar client situation that you like to help the most?
I work mostly on Staten Island. I love helping contractors and people who build housing stuff basically sue on their breach of contracts.
Nice. Appreciate that. Can I share a quick fun fact?
Yes, please.
You are cutting in and out, Sean.
Gina, we still have.
Yes.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out, Sean.
Situation.
Now you're back, Sean.
So Gina, back to you. I'm back? Okay. So just tell me, Gina, as soon as I start cutting out, just tell me, okay?
You got it.
All right, awesome. So quick fun fact is that I had a case, which was where my client, Jesse.
You're cutting out again. Going out.
On a Monday morning. They're having Monday.
Yeah, Sean, you're cutting in and out.
Back to you. Gina, back to you. Take it.
Okay, so last but not least, certainly not least, we have our role player, Bella Verita. She began her entrepreneurial path selling crafts on her front lawn as a child, and then be building a multiple seven-figure real estate company and becoming the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. She also places more women in sales positions than anyone in the country at Align Sales, where she is also the CEO. Welcome, Bella.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Jesse, if I were going to finish what Sean Kelly was going to say, I would probably say something along the lines of I think he was going down the tube of he is one of 2 attorneys that has won a top 100 national jury verdict. And one of those cases, they went from I think they offered something ridiculous, like 0 or like hardly anything. And then they ended up getting like $27 million. So I am sure that is somewhere he was going to go down that too for sure.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah. He started his law firm. So he was actually recruited. He went to Columbia University. And when he graduated from Columbia University, he was one of 5 candidates out of 3,000 that was chosen by a top New York law firm. And he started at that law firm, and within 6 months, he started seeing what everybody else was doing and the trajectory that he was on. And at the time, he was already starting to go blind. And so he was looking at if he stays in this big fancy law firm, it's going to take forever for him to create the wealth that he wanted to create. And so within 6 months, he actually quit that law firm, of which they offered him psychiatric help because they thought he was delusional, because nobody at that law firm quit. And if I was imagining something, I would imagine that, I don't know if anyone has seen the show Suits. It was one of my favorite shows, but I'm imagining it was like the law firm that Suits was based out of. But they actually offered him psychiatric help. And when he turned it down, he went $100,000 in debt and started his own law firm at 26 years old, went from 0 to 200,000 in 90 days.
Don't forget that he put 100,000 on his credit card to start that law firm.
Yeah, I just said that. He went $100,000 in debt. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah. And then went from 0 to 200,000 using the formula that he teaches. And he ended up building that law firm to a 40-person law firm. He sold that law firm and then built another 120-person law firm that he still has today. So I'm assuming that is where he was going to go with this conversation. So.
That's enough to sell me here.
I was going to say, plus, there's so many. I mean, that's one of so many incredible accolades for sure, as he, speaks on Tony Robbins stages and many other things, as you saw on the beautiful video. So I know he's having some technical difficulties. So Bella, we're going to roll with this. And we know that at some point he's gonna come back up. But you know what? You didn't get to share a fun fact, Bella. And I know you
didn't, but I really wanted Sean to hear this fun fact.
I know.
So I might have to repeat this fun fact, but fun fact is my former fiance, I actually moved. So people think I'm actually freaking crazy. I moved from San Diego, California to Jersey City, New Jersey, because I was in a long distance relationship too. And I moved across the country to Jersey City, New Jersey from San Diego, of which I lived on the beach. Everyone thought I was freaking crazy, all for love. And at the time, the assistant that I had was reaching out, looking for speaking engagements for me. And so within my first week of moving to Jersey City, I actually got to speak on Kelly Soto's stage. And that's how Kelly and I met. So it's super fun to now see Kelly back into the unblinded world.
And fun fact that I'll share on that is that Kelly and I met through Isogenics and then Tony Robbins separately. And then, so I invited her to the show. And then all of a sudden Bella's like, wait, I know Kelly. And it was just, it's extraordinary because Bella you weren't part of the Tony Robbins circle at the time anyway.
Not at the time, no.
Very cool. I love it when that happens.
Proximity is power, right?
Yes.
Comes full circle.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. So while we were waiting for Sean to come back in, I'll go ahead and explain what this looks like. And because this wouldn't be the first time that I was thrown into hosting the show by myself. This has happened before, actually, in Tony Robbins' studio when we were there in December for Date with Destiny. And they took Sean backstage and had him waiting in the green room. And then he was an hour late for going on stage. And then I ended up hosting the Real Raw all by myself. So here we are again. I imagine that he will be back. Are you going to hang around, Gina? Or are you going to take off?
Yes. I just like the last time I was there with you when that happened, and I will stay right here with you, sister, and be happy to play role player.
Okay.
As awesome. We go here and wait while we wait for Sean, if that works. Whatever you need me to do, I'm here.
All right. Let me
I'm connecting with team on optics here, seeing.
Okay.
Clearly he's having Wi-Fi trouble. So
yes. So awesome. So what this looks like is we've got some amazing judges, Debra, Jesse, and Heather. And then we have two extraordinary contestants, Will and Kelly. And so Will and Kelly, you'll both have an opportunity to go from hello to yes in a 6-minute conversation. Now that 6-minute conversation will be cut in half. So the first half of the conversation is judges, you're really looking for the opening of listening, right? And so, how well were Kelly and Will able to open listening, to establish emotional rapport, to truly connect with, now we'll switch it up a little bit and go to Gina as the role player and I'll play Sean's role here. And so how well do you open listening? How well is that emotional connection within the first 3 minutes of the conversation? Then there'll be a slight interruption. Gina will have to take a call, and then we'll go to the judges for their first round of feedback. 30 seconds. The first 15 seconds is something that they did great. Second 15 seconds is something that they could improve on, and then a score from 1 to 10. And then when we come back from that conversation, is the second part is the opportunity to get the yes. Now, this isn't like a wolf on Wall Street, kind of like cutthroat. You know, that yes could be something for just a longer meeting. And Gina can be anyone that you want her to be. So, you know, Kelly, she could be someone that you're looking to enroll into the financial world. The yes that you can be seeking can be anything you want, a longer meeting. And the objective is to go from hello to yes in 6 minutes. So are we ready? All right, so Gina, who should go first?
Let's go with Kelly first.
Oh, your friend is throwing you under the bus, Kelly.
What happened, Gina?
Look at that, throwing you right under the bus.
You got this, sister. I know you do.
I guess it depends on what direction we're going here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're just gonna have to pick one of those scenarios we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah. So who would you like Gina to be?
So Gina can be someone that I know. So it's a warm call, letting her know that I opened up my own financial practice, and just trying to get the meeting for a fact finder. I want to get a discovery call. Meaning, I want to get her yes to whether or not she's interested in a full service financial plan.
Okay, awesome, fantastic.
Perfect.
All right, Gina, take us in.
All right, ring, ring.
Hi, Gina, how are you? Kelly Soto here.
Hi, Kelly. How can I help you?
Well, we met at the BW Nice networking event. I just wanted to reach out and reintroduce myself. As you know, I'm the president over there at that chapter, and just wanted to see if we can take a couple quick moments to see if we can get on a call for the next meeting.
Oh, right. Yes, I now I'm recalling. Okay, yeah. What did you want to meet about?
Sure thing. So as you already know, I am a life coach and a financial advisor. And I opened my financial practice, and I really just wanted to meet as many people as I can to see what impact I can make in their world. And really the purpose of the meeting is to get to know one another, see if we should develop a long-term relationship, see what steps might need to be taken, and whether or not the work that I do may be of interest to you. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Okay, so really the payoff in the meeting is like you'll meet me, my team. We'll discover some things about you, your life, your goals, aspirations, and realistically, what we do is we'll take some information down through your financial goals, your aspirations, where you are in the world and where you want to go. And so I'm getting all wrapped up. And from there, we take the information and we input the information into a document. It's actually a full service plan. It's a 30-page document, and we review those scenarios. Our team consists of, or our process consists of involving risk management, wealth management, wealth preservation. And what that really means to you is like where you are right now, where you want to be when you are retiring, and what other scenarios you want to achieve in terms of, or avoid in terms of risk management. So how does that sound?
That sounds like a lot. Is that something like how much time do we need for that? Is that like a long meeting? And what all do I have to bring? You know, I just want to try to get a handle on what.
Yeah.
What
so I know.
You need from me.
Absolutely, and I'm sorry to interrupt. It's actually, I usually schedule about a 40-minute session, and the process really is a 4-step process. I make financial services or finance very seamless, very fun, very friendly, and we can get a lot accomplished in that very time. And it's really just a 4-step process. I get to know you, what financial security means to you. The second step in the process is really, again, the information gathered. I review, I analyze, and then it results in a plan. And a couple of things happen in this meeting, right? So you either discover.
And then Gina,
you know what? Can we? Yeah, I have to take a quick call and we'll circle back.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome. Gina, how was that for you?
Total.
That was that was good. That was good. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Will, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Who would you like Gina to be?
I would like Gina to be a middle management at a Fortune 500 who's thinking about some aspect of operations or user customer experience.
Gina, do you think you can play that role? You got this?
I got this. I can do it. I can do it. I'm ready when you are, Will. Ring, ring.
Hi, is this Gina?
Yes, this is Gina.
Hi, Gina. My name's Will. I think we may have met previously, but I do know your colleague John over there in customer ops.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah. So
how can I help you, Will?
Yeah. So I was calling I work at a company called Be My Eyes. We're an app for blind folks. I don't know how much you know about us, if anything.
Not much. I'm kind of recalling meeting you, but please, go on.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a free mobile application that is used by blind people all over the world. It's one of the biggest volunteer networks in the world, and we connect with companies as well. And I was just kind of calling today because John had expressed that maybe you guys were interested in upping your customer service for folks with disabilities. Is that something is that true? He was saying you were sort of thinking about reprioritizing?
Well, we certainly would like to do that. And, we would certainly like to make it easier for everyone to be included and to be able to work here. Mm-hmm. So I have like another minute and a half. So, what more can you tell me? And then
well, it's great to hear that you have that commitment. I think it's definitely, that's the first step. And I know that it's often difficult at big organizations to get traction on markets that are perceived as very small. But I think the main message that we say when we're kind of tossing around ideas about accessibility is the buying power of the family around someone with a disability, and the fact that it's touching, so much more than, 50 to 75% of the population, is affected by someone with a disability. So yeah, I would just love to talk with you further about this. If you think that, if you'd like some help sort of tapping into this community.
I would absolutely. It is not something I have been able to dive into, and I feel like, that's something we could definitely talk about. I have to take another call in just a few seconds. So if we could,
let's just follow up. I can shoot you an email, or I can call you back a little later.
Okay, that sounds good.
Awesome job,
Thank
Will.
you. Yes.
How was that round for you, Gina?
Excellent. Yes, thank you.
How'd you feel about that round, Will?
I was a little nervous, but I tried not to. Yeah, I was just trying to stay calm.
You did
awesome, fantastic job. And Kelly, how was the first round for you?
Oh, I got total tongue-tied. I don't know what happened. It's definitely not the flow that I'm used to. But as you could imagine, if you're sitting amongst your peers and above, it's it can be challenging. I'm a little more seamless than that, I assure you.
Well, that's what.
Awesome job. Well, fantastic job. And so we're going to turn it over to the judges. And Heather, we will start with you. So we'll start with Kelly, and then Will, 30 seconds of feedback, something that she did great, something that she could improve on, and then a score from 1 to 10.
Cool. So I think what you did great on is just, I was very confident that you knew what you were doing. You said wealth management, you said all this stuff. And I was like, all right, this girl knows what she's talking about. And she probably has the tools and the team to be able to get me to my financial goals. The things I think you could do better were just asking more questions. Like, does Gina, is she nervous about her finances? Does she, cause she kind of, I don't know if she was trying to be, be nervous about that, but just asking more questions about her goals and what she wants to accomplish. So then you can meet those rather than telling her about, what you do. And I would say like a 7.3.
Awesome job. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. All right, so let's sandwich our judges with Jesse. Oh, no, wait, we got to turn over to Will. Just joking. What's your feedback for Will?
Can I get feedback to Will now? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so for Will, I think you did a great job on basically pulling on the heartstrings. Like you got right to the point. This is the people that I help. This is what I do. And you could hear the whole demeanor was, oh yeah, I mean, you can't say no, I don't care about blind people, right? So you just got her to yes right away. The things that I think you could do better, she asked you a question. I think she asked you okay, well, what do I do to go next? And you started rattling off statistics rather than saying, well, we schedule a meeting and I come to your office and I do this. So I think you got an 8.5.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather. All right, now we can sandwich with Jesse. And we'll turn it over to Jesse. Your feedback for Kelly.
All right, for Kelly, you did a great job. You know your stuff. You're confident. You know your business inside and out. So, like Heather said, I would have no problem, scheduling a meeting with you. But I think you just need to slow down, really talk with her, with Gina, just make sure, you know what she wants, what she likes, and just kind of create that warm conversation before you jump into all the details and you got a little overwhelming there at the end with everything you're rattling off. So my score for you though would be a solid 7.
Nice. She's got that Jersey, I'm coming for you attitude.
Slow down though.
Jesse. All right, so let's over to Will.
Will, you've got a great product you're peddling there. You know your business as well. I think on the flip side though, you need to kind of just enter it with more confidence. You don't need to check in all the time and say, is this what you're looking for? Is that true what he said? Just, hey, I heard this is what you're looking for. This is what I provide, and these are the services I give. And I think you get to that yes a lot faster. And I would give a 6.5 for Will.
What extraordinary feedback. Thank you so much, Jesse. That was incredible. And Debra, your feedback for Kelly.
Okay, Kelly, I really enjoyed your presentation. I think that you did show a lot of confidence, and I really liked how you put your life coaching and your financial together. I really liked how you used the words, what are your goals and aspirations? What I would change about that is probably slow down a little bit, and maybe ask a few questions and tell me, I think when you started telling me about the 4-step process, I think I would have liked to have known about that in the beginning. So that's my feedback, and I would give you an 8.
Awesome. And for Will?
Hi, Will. I really liked the way you were very calm, and you were very slow to talk, and I really liked that. I would like to say that I didn't really get enough information. Some of the technical information was over my head. I think I would do real applications, tell people how it will affect them and how it might affect, blind people, and how the community could help. My one suggestion is that I would probably just have you have more enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I'll give you a 7.5.
7.5. Awesome. Thank you so much for that first round. And I see we have Sean Callaghy back in the house. Are you trying to give me the boot, Sean? Because I'm doing a very good job of playing Sean Callaghy here.
She is indeed. Are you there, Sean?
And you are on mute if you are trying to answer. And maybe he's just here to spy on me to see if I'm actually doing a good job and playing a a good Sean Callagy role. So
You're getting scored
we'll
next,
head
Bella.
into
Yes.
what's that?
You're getting scored next.
I probably am getting scored. He's like,
You
he's sitting in there and he's listening and he's like taking notes and seeing like, oh, I see what's going on in my absence and seeing if I pass the Sean. Wait till the magic trick.
Absolutely.
That's where I
Feedback.
really get good. Yes. All
You do,
right.
Bella.
Well, why we Sean, if at any point you do want to jump in and you unmute your mic, I'm happy to welcome you back to your own stage. But until then, you know,
well, he did, and we did get a message. You know, he's sorry he's never had technical difficulties like this in all the hundreds of episodes that we have so far. So he did send his apologies through assistance. So thank you all so much for your patience. So Bella, are we going to round 2?
Yes. So we're gonna head into round 2, and we're gonna mix things up a little bit. So this time we will start with Will, and you're like going for that yes. So are you ready, Will?
Absolutely.
All right, Gina is back and she's ready to continue the conversation.
Wonderful. So Gina, thanks so much for jumping back in with me. Yeah, so I guess the real question is, do you all have a solution that allows you to support blind folks in your call centers currently?
You know, to be honest, no, we really don't.
Do you know what the kind of standard practice is for doing that?
Well, you know, I know that that we have a couple of people that have their own mechanisms that they use, their own tools that they come with their cell phones and their some of the other things they need for their computers, etc. But we really haven't dove into it. So I'm very much looking forward to speaking to you.
Totally. So what we've developed at Being My Eyes, we already have the biggest blind community in the world on our app, right? Already there. And so what we do is we just route a caller from our app into your call center. And it integrates with your current call center software. And instead of answering it on the phone, they're seeing the video through the blind user's camera. And that makes a world of difference, because I'm blind. And when I call someone for customer support, first thing they ask me is, well, can you describe the problem? And I say, no. And then that's what takes 45 minutes on the line. So reducing truck rolls, reducing amount of time you spend with customers, all happens by just that simple video connection. So if you'd like to, get to explore this further, I'd be happy to send you kind of all the details in a more formal proposal.
Yes, I definitely want the details. So I'm a little so you're saying that when they call the call center, it goes to a video?
Yeah, it's just augmenting all of your current call center reps software with video. And it's this, we support blind people in 175 countries, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with this video support. It's really the fastest way for a blind person to let someone else be their eyes for a few moments.
Oh, so the other people are being their eyes. Got it.
Yeah, your reps are seeing for the blind person and describing what they're looking at. Yeah.
Wow, that's extraordinary. That sounds, absolutely amazing.
So yeah, it's a pretty simple integration, and it's a pretty simple integration, and I can send you a formal proposal, and hopefully, I know that their budgets are often tight, but if you wanted to talk about where we could take it from, it's with other partners. We've had it come out of their IT budget, out of their marketing budget, out of a whole different variety of buckets if you don't have dedicated accessibility budget.
Okay, well, I definitely am interested, so I would definitely like to set up another meeting. Thank you. That's extraordinary.
Wonderful. I'll follow up this afternoon. Thanks, Gina.
Okay.
Nice.
Sounds good. Yes.
Very nice.
Awesome.
How was the second round? How was that second round for you, Gina, with Will?
Extraordinary. I'm just totally inspired, Will. That is just wow. I'm just grateful to meet you and to know what you're doing out there in the world for so many blind people, for the blind community. Thanks, Bella. Thanks, Will.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Kelly, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Gina is back. She wants to hear more about what you have to say. So why don't you take us in?
Okay, so Gina, it's great to continue the conversation.
Go ahead and take us in.
Yeah, she is. Are you going out, Bella? Yeah, she started. I think maybe you went out for a second now.
Me?
Yeah, I don't know, but Kelly started. She did start to take us in.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You want me to finish?
Yes.
I think they restarted the clock, so you can go ahead and start from the top.
Okay. Gina, as I was saying, and as part of let me start again. I'm sorry, Gina. As we continue the dialogue, I mentioned to you before, our process consists of 4 steps. The first step is today we get to know each other. We dive deep. We discuss what financial security means to you. Second step, we gather information. I take that information to my back office. And the third step is I come back to you. I present my findings. We go through a game plan. And then the fourth step, we discuss an annual review. And that's really what the process is. At the end of today's meeting, 3 things are going to happen. Gina, you're going to first say, this is not a good use of my time and I never want to see you again, which I doubt. Second is we're going to figure out whether you're interested in planning and taking next steps. Third, we're going to agree on some things that we're going to be addressed. So 1, it's not good use of your time. Second, we'll figure out some interesting steps. And then third, we agree that there are some issues that need to be addressed, but maybe not right now. And we walk away as friends, or you have other folks that may have an interest. How does that all sound?
Well, that sounds good. Have you ever helped someone who's been in a very difficult divorce after many, many, many years, help get back on her feet? How many women like me do you have that have come through your doors?
It's interesting you say that, because I'm not only a product of divorce, I'm also a product of divorce of myself. So it's an ultimate passion of mine to serve women in transition, in any form of transition, and I can absolutely help you. That's a big focus of my business for sure.
Oh, it is? Do you do okay, well that's good. And what else can you, like, do you have other like areas that you help with that?
Yeah, so the interesting part is I am a certified life coach and financial advisor. And so I utilize my life coaching abilities alongside my 22 years experience in the financial space. But the biggest thing for me is really to help people think, my clients to think a lot bigger. Think about their goals from 1 step all the way to the end, and get you to really, really, really think bigger. And what I find that is a lot of people are, they have the 3 and the 5 years planned out, but not really the 10. And we just dive a lot deeper and really figure things out. And we look under the hood. We go through. We really
There's a lot under the hood. There's a lot under the hood.
But we make it fun, because you name it, I've been through it. So it's so that's the beauty, and that's why I do what I do. I have a passion for serving others and really helping you step into your power. And again, if it's not something you think that makes sense for you, we walk away as friends.
Okay. Well, I look forward to another meeting then.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Kelly Soto. Awesome job. Gina, how was that one for you? How was that round for you?
That was good. I definitely felt Kelly's more at ease. Round 2, more in her zone, and yeah, no, that was extraordinary. Excellent. I'm finding myself saying extraordinary a lot, Bella.
I wonder where you got that from.
I don't know. I'm trying to stop myself. Go on.
Yes. Oh, so thank you both so much for that. And we're going to get to the judges in just a moment. But if you've watched any of the videos, you know anything about Unblinded, there is a formula. So would it be okay if, Kelly, if I was you for a moment? Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. And Gina, same role. And remind me, you guys, was the setup you met at an event and you were calling her after the event? Is that what it was, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Gina, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hey, Gina, this is Kelly. We met the other day at the event. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Nice to hear from you, but you're going in and out a little bit, Bella.
All over the country today.
The technical difficulties. There you are. Now we can hear you. Unless
Okay.
it's me.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was Bella going in and out or me?
Yeah, she was going in and out for me too.
Okay. Okay.
Good times. Good times.
Okay.
I heard we were in Mercury retrograde, so
I'm
let's
going
just blame it on that.
For sure. Maybe it's full moon too. I think it's all of the above. Okay, let's try again, Bella.
All of the above. Okay. All right. Hey, Gina, this is Kelly from the event the other day. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. How are you doing?
I am doing extraordinary. Thank you so much for taking this call. And I just wanted to be able to follow up from the conversation that we started the other day. And how have you been?
Honestly, doing great. Life is super busy, but in a really good way. Everything's been, on the up. So upswing. Yeah.
That is fantastic. So is now a good time to kind of still discuss like your financial future and the conversation that we had started the other day?
Yes, now's a good time.
Awesome.
I have a few minutes. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about working with a financial advisor before?
Well, when I was still married, I kind of left that to my then husband. And as I'm now, finalizing my divorce and getting ready to go out on my own in the world, I am scared and I've thought about it, but then I push it to the side. So yeah, I am ready.
Yeah, I can imagine how that must be and to come out of your divorce and for such a long time and then to be back on your feet and I can hear a little bit of like it was hard, but it sounds like you're kind of a little bit also proud to be getting back on your feet. Is that would I hear that correctly?
Yes, you hear that correctly. I'm proud to be like stepping into my own my own. Yeah.
That is extraordinary. And so you've been putting like having a financial advisor like on the back burner and kind of like over there. Why would you say that is?
It's scary. It has been something for me that I just it's overwhelming.
I can understand that it definitely is for a lot of women, especially if you've been, advocated your financial responsibilities to your partner and now kind of stepping into all of that yourself. I can definitely imagine the overwhelm. What about it do you think overwhelms you?
Well, I've never been good at math and like money, and that's what this is all about. So, and, after a 24-year marriage and like, it's just the whole thing is it's just it's overwhelming for me to figure out starting over. Like there was a total decline in, at the marriage, there was nothing left. So it's like, I have to just start over and like get organized and start a business and all kinds of things, but I'm excited for that. It's just a little scary. Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit nervous, a little bit scary, just kind of all the math of it seems a little bit overwhelming. But if we were talking a year from now and like it wasn't overwhelming and you were on a plan that made you feel powerful and empowered, where would you like to see yourself when it comes to your financial future?
Well, I certainly want to see myself. I want to be out of all debt and I'm getting ahead of the game, like making more money than I'm certainly than I am now, and getting just completely out of any and all debt, student loans for my kids, etc. And being able to be free and have more money and more time, hopefully, and more freedom. And, maybe I'll have some more magic in my life as a result.
Yes, more magic for sure. Well, Gina, in this final minute, thank you so much for sharing everything that you have shared and coming out of the divorce and where it is that you want to go. And in our final minute, would it be okay if I shared a little bit about myself?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah. So I am also a product of divorce. And so I have a passion for working with women that are also product of divorce, that where finances and financial planning does seem overwhelming and it seems scary because, maybe it was advocated to the partner. And as a certified life coach and a certified financial planner, it is my passion to help women be able to get back on their feet after divorce and have a financial future and make it super simple and easy to understand. Does that sound like what it is that you're looking for?
Do you promise it can be super simple and easy?
I can promise I will absolutely do my best, because I at one point it was very scary for me too. So I absolutely understand, how scary it is. And it is our goal to simplify it so that you feel confident, you feel comfortable, and you feel empowered by your financial decisions. And if that sounds like something that you would love to schedule a longer meeting. There is absolutely no obligation to do anything with me. It really is. We can go through our 4-step process. And at the end of going through a 4-step process, if it seems like I'm the right fit, if it seems like, I can help you with your financial future, where it seems empowering, not overwhelming, then you can choose to work with us. Would that be of benefit to you?
Yeah. Yes. And are you saying that you've been through similar and now you've completely risen above it and have gotten to more money, more time and freedom in your life?
I have, Gina. And what's more important is I know that I can deliver that for you. Are you available tomorrow at 1:00?
Yes, please. Let's start this.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. And Gina, how was that for you?
Thank you. Excellent. That was really good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So let's turn it over to the judges, and we'll go in reverse order this time. And this time we will start with Debra and your feedback for Will.
Okay, it's been a while. Hi, Will. Yeah, I really liked your enthusiasm this time. I could tell. And I think you need, I really liked how you asked questions too. Maybe don't ask questions back to back, but ask questions and get feedback, and definitely bring up the fact what the program does first, where you're able to see where they can be the eyes for the blind person. So I think you did a really good job, and I would just say to just give more information in the beginning.
Awesome. And your score?
7.5.
Awesome. And we'll just still make a Jesse sandwich.
Yeah.
I think still has to do Kelly though, right?
No, well,
wait,
they both went.
No, did Debra do Kelly? Did she? Yeah.
Oh.
So we don't
Thank you, Jesse. You
No
are
problem.
right. You are right. I'll be over here. Thank you.
Okay,
He knows
Kelly,
what he's doing.
Kelly, I really, really liked how you pulled in the heartstrings, and you just really started telling your personal story. And, I was just really drawn in. I really liked how you were asking her questions. I really liked your personal touch. So what I would do differently is just maybe not do the 4 steps again. I liked how you say, I've got a 4-step process, but don't give them all the details. Just make them want a little bit more of what you've got. But I really like the personal touch, and just keep doing that.
And your score?
8.0.
Nice.
8.0. Excellent.
And Jesse.
Now we got the Jesse sandwich. Yeah.
Will, I think you completely turned it around from the first call. The way you told a personal story, you really explained what the product did, because I didn't really understand what the product did after the first call. Second call, I understood what it did, understand why you do it. It all came together, and I think you did a great job. So I don't really even have much criticism, except, I will agree. I think you can ask less questions because you're doing more selling on your job here. So given all that, I'd say an easy 8.5.
Awesome.
Excellent.
And for Kelly.
Kelly, I'm going to flip it around a little bit for you, because I want to say the good last. Again, just slow down. And you have a tendency, I've noticed, to kind of want to eat the sandwich before you make it, right? You're trying to get that meeting immediately before you've really sat down and really explained what you do. But the second Gina asked about divorce, I saw you warm up, melt, and really make it a great conversation. And then it was really able to understand what you do and why you do it, and you were able to relate the personal stories with it. So given all that, I'd give you an 8.
Fantastic.
And then would you say you would ask that at the beginning?
Yes. Yeah, I would start asking the personal questions first.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. All right, Miss Heather.
So do I do Will first?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. All right. So I agree. I think you did a great job on describing being their eyes. Like that's just like visual. Say like we're their eyes. We get to be their eyes for them. They put it on video so we can see what they can't see. I thought that was just like, oh, yeah, that's more than just saying video. The things that I would do to improve is the benefits. Her as a customer service person, like you said, oh, you can get it from this budget or that budget, but it's going to save her customer service, like money that she has to pay her people, because it's not going to take 45 minutes to describe something. They can see it in 2 minutes, and it's actually going to save her money. So focus on the benefits rather than how she's going to get there. I'd give you an 8.2. And but great job. I loved how comfortable you were and everything. Okay. And Kelly, like you were a different person. Like you laughed and I was like, oh wow. So that was great. And like it just showed that you cared. I agree. When the divorce thing came up, you're like, oh, I got this. You know, your confidence and walking through the steps of how you could successfully get her there. The thing that I would do more of is you are a life coach, and like use that, you know, because you can congratulate her on like, it's hard to go through a divorce. I'm also divorced. So like, congratulations. If you can go through that, you can do anything, girl. You got this. This is nothing, you know? So, and I give you an 8.5.
Awesome job. Awesome job. So Kelly, how was today on The Real Raw for you?
I love getting uncomfortable. It's awesome and I appreciate it. And I definitely picked up a lot of nuggets. I think the biggest takeaway, and is totally separate from what I just did, is that I realized in a Zoom setting, I take for granted the ability to see. And so I use a lot of facial expressions. And so for Will, I realized that maybe it's something I have to consider since we're in a Zoom platform. I know it's totally separate, but it's a big takeaway for me.
That's amazing.
Because I do a lot of nodding and expression, and naturally you do want to continue to do that, but it may not be received from everyone. So it was a big takeaway, just a life lesson, especially in a Zoom platform.
Beautiful. That is amazing. And Will, how was today on The Real Raw for you?
Yeah, well, that's cool, Kelly. I mean, I think it's also like not even just for blind people. People have different learning styles, right? And so you just never know where someone is at when you're meeting with them. Some people don't like to have their camera on. You have to be prepared for that sort of thing. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, anytime you can get a group of smart people together to role play, you know, business discussions with each other and learn from each other and observe each other and step back from the day-to-day grind, I think is a positive. So, you know, thanks for giving us an opportunity to take a breath from our regular days and do something that turns our minds upside down a little bit.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. And our fine judges who took time out of their day to, you know, really contribute to these individuals. And so, Jesse, how was The Real Raw for you today? And would you recommend like someone come back and do this?
Oh, absolutely. I'd recommend this. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad I wasn't a contestant. I would have been eaten alive. But it was fun doing it from the judge's perspective.
So my level 5 listening tells me that you're willing to come back as a contestant so that you can get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, what do you say?
I would do that too. I was preparing just in case.
I heard that too. That's what I heard.
So much. Yeah, see, Kelly heard it too. All of our level 5 listening is telling us that you're ready to come back as a contestant. So Lorelai, if you're watching, Gina, let's make sure we text Lorelai and let her know that Jesse is ready to come back as a contestant.
We can make that happen, Jesse.
And Heather, how was today on The Real Raw? Would you recommend someone to come back?
Absolutely. I thought it was great. And I mean, for Kelly and Will, it is, I can imagine like all of us staring at you and we're judging you and taking notes and everything. So like you guys just both did great. And you'll do even better when we're not all watching you. So it was really great to be
and so does my level 5 listening tell me that you also want to come back as a contestant?
We can talk about it.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Heather. And Debra, how was today on The Real Raw for you? Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Will.
At this time, so I'm sorry I have to jump, everyone.
No worries.
Thanks,
Thank
Will.
you for being here.
Thank you all. Take care.
All right. Thanks.
Well, this
And
is
Debra,
okay,
how was
Debra.
today on the Real Raw for you? And would you recommend someone come back?
Oh, definitely. I think this is so much fun and so much interaction, and it's just the best Zoom call I've ever been on. It's wonderful.
Oh, the best
that's
Zoom call you've
fabulous.
ever been on. That is amazing.
Yes.
All right.
absolutely.
So thank you all for your time today. And Gina, final.
Well, this is integrity-based human influence right here, and how we really connect with people through the heart. And thank you all so much for showing up, for stepping up, for getting out of your comfort zone. And yeah, just really love to have all of you back playing with us on the Real Raw.
Yes.
Thank you, Bella,
And
for all that.
if this
Incredible.
is the end of the road for you, and this is the end of the road, and you're, too scared to come back as a contestant, that's fine. We understand. Not everybody's ready for that. But if you do, we invite you to come back. I dropped some links, and you can text Real Raw to that number. And then every Monday night, we do a what is Unblinded? What is the Real Raw? Sean Callaghy is he didn't go from 0 to 200,000 in 90 days and build a 40-person law firm by accident on what we call pray and post. There's actually a formula, and he has helped more people create millionaires in their businesses than anyone else I know. And so every Monday night, he actually demonstrates with a few businesses how this formula can be implemented in their business. And then every morning at 8:30, we do a huddle. And then at 9 a.m., we are live on Clubhouse going over ecosystem mergers. So we definitely invite you back to come check things out on Monday night and 8:30 and 9 a.m. on the huddle and on Clubhouse. And Gina, we are all blind.
Just learning to see.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you all so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Great to meet you.